I know. Just keep the music going. It's like
After the show, I always end up, as soon as we're done, I end up going in and just listening to that. I have to put it on for a minute or two. It's
just one more time. What is up, folks? It is Friday night, 7:30 here along the Panhandle. Y'all know what that means. It is time for Panhandle Fishing Report. I'm your host, Smitty, with Smitty Surf Fish, and with me always is my co-host.
What is up, everybody? It is Demo from Finding Demo Surf Fishing Podcast. Welcome to the weekend, and what a weekend it's going to be. We've had some good reports all week of some really great catches. We've had some very interesting catches, especially from today's text messages. That was fun to see. And, of course, we've got a lot of other great stuff to talk with weather, other reports, and to celebrate you guys in the scroll, because that's what we do. That's what we do.
That's pretty.
Thanks.
Yeah,
right off the cuff.
Pretty good intro. I know, just kind of rolled.
Silver tongue devil. All right. First comment of the show. Woohoo! Don't know who you are, but we love you. So thank you for being here, whoever you are.
Facebook user, thanks for showing up. Justin, what is up, buddy?
A little bit of the East Coast getting in here. Old Tejas with Cliff Gardner. Good evening to you, Green Get 'em Rigs, the sinker guy.
What up, Chip?
Oh,
Terry. Mike and Brian, that restaurant on 87 was great today. Where you at?
7. Awesome. Where you at? Seafood.
Right.
Real Coastal's definitely coming up in our post tonight. Real Coastal got themselves on something good.
Yeah, that's a nice catch. Donnie, what's up, buddy?
All north up there. Florida Surf Tackle wants to know what's happening.
There we go.
Well,
Burford, what's up, buddy?
We look forward to talking with you, Brett. Oh, Bruce's last day is in town tonight. He had a pretty good run. Did he message you about those sharks, by the way?
Yeah, I answered him on there.
Yeah,
based on the photo, they look like Atlantic sharpnose. You could tell by the white dots.
I thought I saw some spots. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I actually ran into Bruce the day of my charter. Once we finished up, Bruce was set up pretty close to us, so I went down there.
Nice.
Chatted with him for a little bit.
Yeah, I felt great when he messaged me, and we got to talking. And he's like, "Dude, I'm having a little bit of this and having a little bit." Like, just go down here, go in the evening. Evening's weird right now. Next day, boom. It's like, yes, good. All right, cool. I consulted the Magic 8 Ball and it didn't lie. We're good.
There you go. T. Blake, what's up, buddy? Reeling, healing. What's going on, man? Everybody jumping on, joining tonight.
I'm always good to see everybody starting out here. All right, so I guess you got the lead, sir. Get in it. Let's get this.
East Coast boys are showing up today. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
All right, let me pull up my show notes here. What we got here? All right. This week's show is sponsored by GI Jigs. Use code PFR for 10% off purchases. GI Jigs are patented hand-tied jig head, custom designed around the eye and made with the unique characteristics to entice fish into reaction strikes. Reaction strikes. I just started drinking. Check them out at gijigs.com.
Speaking of, I know you got some. I know I got some. We got some of those.
There we do. All my windows are all jacked up. But yeah, I got part of the show and tell tonight on what we've been catching this week and stuff. But I got my GI Jigs sitting right here and what's happening soon.
We love you guys, Chip. We look forward to seeing you here soon. Looking forward to getting out to the East Coast, getting out to the old Kids Can Fish tournament. We got a lot of fun stuff going from there. I don't think Mike and I will be reporting. We've got a lot of stuff going to happen on Friday night. So, did I?
No. You're right. There's a lot of stuff going on. But as far as travel arrangements, somebody was able to switch his shift around. So we'll be leaving earlier than originally planned. So I'll be following you guys out. Yeah.
Cool. I'll tell you about the stop I need to make prior to departing because I can't say it on air, but it's pretty stupidly funny.
Nice.
Awesome. As always, everybody, don't forget, share it out. We like to make a lot of jokes. We have a good time on this show with good information. Yes, it is long. Yes, you're going to be stuck with us for a while. Come and go as you please. If you got to go into the bathroom and, you can take us with you. We don't judge. We especially love it if you're on a boat. Just ask Real Coastal. We love it if we're out fishing with you. It's what we do. So hope you're ready for the fun one because we got a lot of stuff tonight.
Matter of fact, if you're out fishing right now,
oh yeah,
send us a message because we could probably just bring you right on up here.
You're right on.
Yeah, see what you got going on, what you're using, all that good stuff.
I think Justin. Well, it's 7:30. It's dark now. He should be heading back to the car. Keyword being should. If you're watching this,
Keyword.
he got out on some tonight. I'll talk about that later in the show because it's actually something that we all need to keep in mind of when this sort of stuff happens. Carl's on the way back to the Batmobile. Just saw him. He's on the pier.
Back to the car. Nice. On the pier right now. How's the lighting?
Yeah.
You go live. Could we see you?
Talk to
What
us
are you doing on the pier?
Well, he's on YouTube. That could be a tough one for him. We'd have to figure out another route. I don't know. I don't think we can pull him from YouTube.
Really?
We'd have to send him a link anyway. We'd have to send him a link for him to come in through that. Before we continue, then, what is in the glass, sir? What do you got? What are you drinking? What's the happiness of the evening?
I'm back to I had some Weller here, Green Label Weller. It's a Buffalo Trace blend, or mash build, in that family, the Buffalo
Green
Ladies.
Nice.
It's delicious. Just a little sipper tonight. We got to work a poker run tomorrow for dog rescue stuff, so just have one tonight.
I almost busted out I almost went to the cabinet today.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I was like,
that kind of day, huh?
It was that kind of day. I looked at it. I'm all, oh, you dirty girl. I drink you right now. We could be friends. I just don't think I want the heartburn tonight. I want a long night sleep. Oh hell, it doesn't matter anyway. I got to get up early tomorrow. I got more going kayaking.
Oh, nice.
Tomorrow on the Black River.
Okay. Just going down adventure fun.
Kiddo wanted to go. We're gonna go.
That's a good time.
Yeah. We're gonna rent the kayaks from them and just go out for the small paddle, the 4-miler, and go see stuff. I'm not saying I might accidentally troll something behind the kayak, but things have been known to happen.
The cool thing about that and going with them, and there's several companies in the area that take you up to Blackwater River, Coldwater Creek. There's one other one, but you don't have to do anything. You just show up, they drop you off, and they pick you up at the end. And there's no worry about shuffling cars from point to point or anything that you just get in, go, have a good time.
I'm awesome. Looking forward to that. Minimum effort. That's what I'm in for. I'm pretty damn tired.
At a nice leisurely 2.5 mile an hour stream. You know what I mean? You just float.
I might just put the plopper behind me, maybe, just so gentle plopping as it goes.
Let's talk about fishing this week.
Yes, let's get into the fish, the real fish. All right.
Real fish. Let's talk about. You want to kick off what we did this weekend?
Sure. So this week, the only fishing I did was with you and Justin. Yeah. I got out on your boat and I finally caught a keeper red snapper. So nice. Thank you for letting me come out with you, man.
Yeah, man. Anytime.
It was pretty damn tasty.
I bet. It looked like you the picture looked like you'd cut the throat.
Oh yeah.
And used it. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yep. I will never again. I think it was Robert Field. Yeah, it was him from Field Trips. He said something about redfish and throats, and I just realized, I was like, you know what? I need to make sure I'm doing that. And ever since then, I've always eaten them. They're tasty.
Terry says, can't find them. What can't you find, Terry?
Find what? Yes, that is a good. Honey, where are my pants?
Yeah, no, I'm going to guess it's going to be the red snapper because he messaged me.
They're off. They're a little far off. Hello to you, whoever you are.
Hello, fish. Can't find a fish.
Oh, sunrise and sunset. We'll talk more about that, definitely, Terry. But yeah, first thing in the morning and into the evening. Sunset bite is hot, and they're not far out. You don't have. Well, yeah. Depending on what you're targeting.
Depending on what you're targeting. Yeah. We'll go there. Yeah, but we had a good time. We went Sunday, and me, you, and Justin Reed from Justin Reed Fishing. Went out and hit some places in the bay. We started off trying to get speckled trout and redfish, but they just weren't. Yeah, it just wasn't playing. So then we said puffers. Oh yeah,
was it? You got a trout? No, Justin got a trout.
Justin got a trout. Yeah, but it just wasn't what we wanted. So we decided to go hit a few places in the bay for red snapper, and after catching a bazillion small red snapper, we decided it was calm. The wind was laid down, so we decided to run offshore a little bit and got out there and then started getting on some better fish.
Mm.
Yeah, we got snapper, we got one trigger,
Trigger,
um,
rubies, lots of
lots of
rubies.
rubies. Yeah, once the rubies came in, it was kind of time to just back it
Flipper
up.
hung
Yeah,
out with us for maybe 10 minutes
mm-hmm.
and then bounced. He there wasn't enough for him to be want to hang around.
uh,
But it was mostly, and we weeded through mostly 12, probably 10 and 12-inch red snapper,
mm-hmm.
no mangoes, and we hung out on one, which was perfect.
Yeah.
We hung out on that position because we were just catching.
Mm-hmm.
You caught one that spit its bait up, and you're like, "Hey, what do you know? We have this. Hook this up."
I forgot about that. Yeah. So we bring up one snapper and it spit out a squid head. And I said, well, look at that. They're eating squid down there. And put the squid head back on. And yep, sure enough.
And of course, it was
Tentacles and all.
the one time that I friggin' left the house in my fishing bag, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have my fish bites friggin' squid strips with me.
Yeah.
So got really screwed up on that one. However, I did cut the paddle tail off of one of my fight clubs,
Yeah.
and I did use
But,
that, and it did
yeah.
catch
And
just
it
fine.
caught. Absolutely. Uh,
Oh
what else?
man,
And we had a big remora that was hanging out under the boat. The
what
thing
was it?
was,
What, almost 2 feet?
yeah, it was pretty big. Anyway,
Did you? The funny
yeah,
one
good.
was the bait when we were messing with the rods, and we just left it there on
Oh
the
yeah.
side, and he came like, "Thanks, thanks,"
Hmm.
just nabbing at it, freaking jerk.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a great day, man. Water was pretty good. Julie, yeah, it was just a good day. It was a lot
Yeah.
less rough than the day we went out. So don't worry, we'll get a chance. We'll go out again. I'm totally down to go on the boat with you guys. You guys are awesome.
There you go.
That's
And then
all I did for fishing. What'd you get? You got more here.
yeah, so we went that Sunday, and then Tuesday Jack and I went and we hit the sound. We put in at Juana's there in Navarre Beach and then headed east um and in search for some things. Target species was flounder. That's what we wanted to get. And we caught a few of those while we were out there. Found a nice school of bluefish that we were working, and as soon as we got the pattern down on where they were and at what depth they were feeding, we caught, hookup after hookup after hookup. I brought some nice bluefish home to smoke up, and then and all of a sudden, two dolphin come in and just waylaid that freaking school. It was kind of cool to see, but it kind of pissed me off in a way because we were having fun catching fish. So that place was blowed out, and we had to go and go search another spot. But it was all good. We had fun. So I got some show and tells
Ooh, shows and
for
tells.
this week. But on the uh on the flounder, we're using Z-Man hooks, jig heads with the red eye in there. Um
Hmm.
Trout eye. They also make the redfish eye is a golden eye, but the trout eye is what I prefer. On a Is that probably about a 4 hook, but Fight Club, Dirty Boxer, 5-inch
Hmm.
Dirty Boxer right there. Money, especially on this jig head. I mean, it's like the perfect size. Um, Slow rolling off the bottom in either the counterpunch color, which is the green, or did I bring the white knuckle? No, oh yeah, I did. No, I didn't. White knuckle. The white one was the other one, um, which did great on there. The bluefish were tearing up the brawler, which is your 5-inch jerk shad. Same jig head, but just working that through, and man, the bluefish were all over it. Now they are soft because they are scent impregnated, and you will go through a bunch of them when
Yes.
you're fishing them. Um, the jerk shad did pretty good. The paddle tail, it did well, but the paddle tail doesn't have as much action as like a traditional soft plastic paddle tail. It does the one key advantage for the fish bite stuff is it's got that scent impregnation and how the scent rolls through the bait, which is pretty cool. Um, oh, hello.
I mean, that's what we talked. We've numerous times talked about how scent is, more powerful in the water to them. They, sharks can sense it in the water. Well, the other
Mhm.
fish have that same scent. That scent gets in the water, it gets their attention. They want to know what it is, where it's coming from. So, Adam
Absolutely.
Adam just took it out of my mouth. I was gonna say that. Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
the paddle tail especially. If I give that a little stretch, man, that ass she wiggles.
Yeah.
She wiggled a lot.
And
That's going.
we were out. We'll talk about it we were out at Blake's seminar last night, and I was talking with Brett from Fish Bites there, and he mentioned the same thing. He said, "Stretch that thing out, and you'll get more action out of it and everything." So that's pretty cool.
I
Now,
wish I could have gone to that with you.
when we get into the offshore report and nearshore report, the bull reds are out there schooling up right outside the pass right now. GI jigs, 1/2 ounce jig head on an 8/0 hook. Yep, the 8/0 hook on there. Boom, you can see that
The big
sitting in there, and the 6-inch right there,
Yeah.
curly tail grub. It's that's a heck of a combination right there. Throw that out, work it back, slow retrieve, fast retrieve. It doesn't matter. The action on the tail on those are money. And the redfish love them.
Mhm.
So that's a great one to
Yeah, those big ones,
get
man,
on
they
there.
do some good
Oh,
stuff.
and it's heavy enough paired up with that 1/2 ounce jig head, and
Mhm.
then the weight of this. I mean, you can sling it a mile. Not really, but
I mean, it moves you up to about 3/4 total,
yeah,
maybe 1. I don't think you get the full one, but those
no,
big ones, yeah, they do some money work, and they are
absolutely,
awesome. Backing up a little bit here,
yeah,
we haven't forgotten about you, Richard. I know about that. He texted me, and I will bring it up. He wants to talk about something he's noticed.
okay,
East Coast versus West Coast versus Florida, YouTube
hmm,
and stuff.
okay,
Um,
that should be fun.
this is a
That
good
sounds
question.
interesting. Mike,
So,
what size hooks are you using for the blues? It's the Z. I'll pull it up here in a minute. The Z Man, um, 1/8 ounce. So probably what that is, 3/16 maybe. Um, jig head, and it looks to be about a 4/0 hook on there. There we go. That's what we were using. It works great. It's universal. I mean, it worked great dropping it, let it hit the bottom, slow roll it for the flounder. The blues though, you could also do, especially with this brawler setup, that jerk shad, is go like with your traditional worm hook on there. Um, rig it weedless, and then use pinch weights on the hook if you want to give it some weight and some action. Um, these, and I'll pull it out real quick, but these on the jerk shads actually have this nice little,
slimy.
yeah, no, dripping all over my computer now too. Um, but it's got this nice little hook pocket right there that you can bury it in there and make it nice and weedless. What I was doing with the jig heads is rigging them so the hook was coming out from the bottom. So, because then it was buried. You can kind of see it once I get in there. But the jig head would be that, and the hook, and there's your profile. See, slippery. Anyway, hook coming out of the bottom instead of coming out the top of the bait.
And now that's going to be on the microphone and everywhere there.
There you go, just like that. So,
Uh,
yeah. So the fish bites, they're pretty. These particular ones, and Brian and I were talking about it earlier, and I was having a conversation with Britt last night. The Northeast seems to be doing pretty good with them. Alabama, the stores are stocking them. This area of the Panhandle is a void for some reason. Nobody's stocking or carrying them because I don't think they're getting as much attention down here. But it's a great bait.
I'll keep using them then. I mean,
Yeah.
I order mine, and
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
I am sponsored, and yes, I will
Yes.
order from time to time without Brett's permission. He has
Right.
chastised me numerous times for sneaking orders in on my own because I will go
Mhm.
through those very quickly. But you can order them through Fish Bites. They will get shipped out to you if you don't have them in your
Yeah.
local market. They're a phenomenal bait. I've used them in a couple of tournaments. I did when I went out with E6,
Mhm.
old Bill. I love using them, especially for reds. My absolute
Yeah.
favorite one for reds if I'm not using a hard body or something of that nature. So
Yeah.
phenomenal bait.
Yeah. Oh,
Whoa,
really?
whoa, whoa,
Stephen, Bay Baits
whoa,
normally has them?
really?
Really?
Of course, it's not near us. God, you
Right.
make me drive.
That's at the end of 331 bridge, right? Bay Baits.
I believe that one is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Saw
and
Robert
the other,
Kopp. Good to see you. Welcome back.
And the other bites, fish bites I'll talk about during the surf report.
Okay.
When we get to that. But yeah, and then we had a trip this week, and Pompano are here. I'll just say that. Pompano
nice.
are here.
That's nice.
Yeah.
All right.
They were far out, but they were there.
Yeah, we can cast. I mean, you're gonna have to deal with the north wind friggin' black fly day, maybe, but hey, you can get to them. It's just where there's a will, there's a way.
Absolutely. So anyway, yeah, that's what we did. That's what we got into. So it was a good week, I thought. Anyway,
I mean,
the
it sounds
reports and
like it.
scroll shows it too. So great week.
All right, what do we got next? We got opening, closures, tournaments, sales, and seminars.
Well, red snapper's still in season until the end of November. Every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to include Thanksgiving Day. Trigger season's still open through 31 November. Gag grouper still open until 11 November. And I mean, that's it for right now.
Yeah. I mean, this is that time of year where everything gets fun. I mean, we're coming into fall, lots of great stuff opening, and then with the extended seasons, everybody's going to be able to get some good stuff in the close by areas. So just I would tell everybody, make sure you got fish rules downloaded. That way you have an idea of what's open and closed, not to mention important piece of don't forget to make sure you know what the right sizes are and the proper measurements.
Yeah.
You're going to say something. What you got?
That's a good segue, but we get to it in the offshore report. But I have something to talk about that later on that addresses that. Man, these are just this show is all tying in together. It's like
the best part is it's almost 99% unintentional.
I know. It's crazy. All right. Tournament sales.
It's so bad. It's just funny. I mean, people have even said it, like, man, you guys are just like this. It's like, this is how you guys are. Like, this is how this is a normal conversation Mike and I could not talk. Like, we might talk once or twice in the week, maybe, or we'll text here and there. But when you get us live like this, and then if you ever go fish with us, we're exactly like this. It's just weird and spooky. All right. Sorry. I didn't even go for it.
No, but the only time we really talked this week was when we were on the boat Sunday. Other than that, it's been quiet, doing our thing during the week. Sales and seminars. We went out. Jack and I went out last night to Real 30A's surf fishing seminar out there, and it was held at the Big Chill. It used to be the Hub, but it's called the Big Chill out there in 30A area. Put on by Blake Hunter. That was great. Got to see Frisky Fins was out there. James, so I got to talk with him and his wife. Chip, the sinker guy, was over here, so we hung out with him. And Brett from Fish Bites was good. Hanging out, talking to everybody. Tom Cabrera was out there. There's a few other folks we talked with. But it was a good turnout for that area. You've been out there before, so the lawn area was full of people and stuff. And then
nice.
It was great. Like, Navarre really needs to build something like that out here. That would be so awesome. And then so lots of knowledge passed there. Good time had by all. It was fun hanging out with Blake and everybody. So Hook, Line, and Sinker seminar sponsored by Hotspots Charters, held at Flounders Fish House on Pensacola Beach, will be October 2nd. Still haven't heard a topic yet. TBD. And then the Legendary Marine Half Hitch Tackle 30A Light Tackle Seminar out at Legendary Marine in Destin is October 3rd. And this month's topic will be fishing the Destin Rodeo, because that starts October 1st. So a lot of good info coming up there.
And I like what Robert put here.
What do you think?
Yep. Definitely keeps you out of trouble. Yeah. And don't be trying to cut tails or, change your fish in any way, shape, or form. It's not a good idea. You're going to get caught. Yeah. Yeah. I said it.
You will.
I said it.
You will. You did.
Not even a little sad.
We'll talk
later. Walking into the
We'll talk later.
Oh, I'm sure. Upcoming and ongoing tournament, September 23rd and 24th. Now, my bad. We're there. It's this weekend. The September Alabama Slammer with Ball and Secure. Doing good things. Ball and Secure is a good one to follow. He does a ton of tournaments. Lots of things coming out of there. And they're not just Gulf Shores. Lots of different areas. And it's not just surf. He's got them all. So, pardon me. Go take a look at that. It's really worth it. October 6th to 8th, the first annual Emerald Coast Inshore Slam in Pensacola. October 6th to 8th, the Kids Can Fish St. Simon's Island Run of the Bulls in Georgia.
Ooh,
It'll
we'll be
good
there.
times. I'm looking forward to a certain restaurant. Yeah, we'll go. We'll go. October 6th to 8th. I'm sorry, the 7th to the 8th, the Navarre Fishing Rodeo. The 20th to 22nd, the Panhandle Salt Pompano Showdown with the good old Panhandle Salt known as Blaine Perdido
Go
style.
Blaine.
Good dude. Got his stuff going. Lots of cool sponsors still popping in through that, and a lot of information coming out. So make sure you take a look at that on the website and the Facebook page. October 28th, 29th, Bon Secure coming in again. Fishing Club, Fish for Families, another great one going there. So make sure that you're following on those. Hey, lots of good ones. If you have a tournament that's going on, by all means, please send it to us. Let us know. Give me more than 24-hour notice. But if there's other ones offshore, stuff that people can get into, I definitely want to know about it. So does Mike. So do all you. And there's some great ones that I just don't find because, quite frankly, I don't get a lot of poop time. So I don't get a lot of scroll. Just make sure you're hooking it up because we want to get it out there. And by all means, we all know, no, but not everybody listens to us yet. We're not in everybody's living room. What is going on here? Okay, we got yet. I guess we can answer this. What do we got here? We got a Facebook user and then Terry. You want to start with this one?
Yeah, sorry, I was pulling up a photo to lead into the question.
Oh, you're good. This is more of a you question. I can't answer this because I never caught one.
Y'all have any time of year you can't catch mullet? No.
Yeah, figured I'd seen anybody
mullets around here year round. Especially now, going into fall, big roe mullet are starting to show up. But yeah, you can catch mullet. You can cast net mullet around here year round. Just got to know where to go.
I remember that day with you in the boat, and that guy pulled it off the trestle. He was having a hell of a time lifting that thing.
Yeah,
he
had a bag full.
He did.
What baits do you use to catch mangrove snapper? Go to half hitch.
Shrimp.
Yeah, live shrimp.
Go ahead.
Live shrimp. And then you're going to weed through pinfish and white grunts.
The great white.
Yeah, you'll get some big pinfish. And then you'll get mangrove mixed in there with them. Now, if you want to specifically target the mangrove or a better shot, small pinfish. Net use some small pinfish or bull minnows and use those like in the 3-inch range, something like that big. Is what you want for them live on a Carolina rig with either a split shot or a small 1/2 ounce to 3/4 ounce.
Nice
egg weight, depending on where you're fishing, the depth you're fishing and where they're at and stuff. So that's what you need.
Structure.
What's that?
Be careful with structure. Not all structures rock structures.
No.
There's a certain place that has a motorcycle down there waiting to snack your rig.
Oh, it does. Yeah. And you want a small hook, like a number 2, or 2-aught. What do we have? We were using 1-aughts the other day.
For mangrove?
Mutus. Yeah.
I thought we were using 6s and 7s.
No, we had tied up.
Huh. I've always used 6s and 7s.
Yeah. Well, some small. I mean, depends on how big the mangrove is you're going after, but and then how big of the bait you're using as well. But that's what we were catching them on. All in the area. Snell your hook. That is just a little tip to help, but versus tying.
Robert.
Snelling.
Yes, depending on your depth. That's going to be your fighting problem with mangroves, and depending on your structure. I mean, you can, but I think it's going to cause you more problems personally with a popping cork. I think you're better off going with some split shot.
Yeah, I'd much rather do split shot and Carolina rigs to set up than use a popping cork with a long leader. Just personal pick, because you're going to be throwing up around structure. Ideally you want to be up on the pylons. You want to be up on that bridge structure, or you're going to be fishing down low on rubble piles that you may find as you're running the bay, or the sound. And so you're going to need a really long leader for those. Long leader.
You want to do the? We answered a couple there. Let's go ahead and move in. You want to do the question?
Yeah, we'll bring up the question. All right,
Let's do it.
so let me share this photo first. Do away with the
Little precursor.
yeah.
I loved this text message you sent me. I was like, what the hell?
All right, so we were fishing the other day, and we hooked this flounder. And there's the jig we were using, and you can see, is it showing? You can see where my pointer is
Yeah,
right
it's
here.
showing. Yep,
That's
you're
the
on.
dirty boxer right there, right? And what you can't say, I mean, this is quite a distance in there that we zoomed way in on the camera to get that in there. But the jig was all the way in his mouth. I mean, it was a legal flounder, so we said, screw it, go ahead and cut it off, and we'll get it back when we clean the flounder. So we throw it in the live well because we really didn't intend on, like, we were kind of surprised we caught the flounder. That was a target species. But we're like, if we catch them, great. If not, no big deal. So we didn't even bag ice. We just said, we'll catch anything, we'll just throw it in a live well. So that's what we did. We threw him in a live well. He was in a live well with all of our bluefish and everything. So we get home and I start to clean it, and I can't find the jig head or the dirty boxer. I'm like, where did it go? And it had he had basically gotten that thing all the way down into his gullet. Like, it was down in his stomach already. Like, just kept choking on it, I guess, basically. So that leads us to the question of the week. What is the strangest thing you have found in a fish after you cleaned it? If you've investigated to see what was in there.
I mean, there was this tournament once. I had some egg weights. I don't know.
Yeah, that happens.
Trying to think. I
So
know I found some like live fish. I found fish bones in Pompano. That's been
Yeah.
a weird one. I'm like, you don't normally
Yeah.
eat fish. You were angry.
Yeah. Yeah. Most
I
of the
don't really
time,
have anything weird.
yeah. So I've had, aside from that, which I was like, there's no way I'm gonna pull that thing out and it would end up killing him. So I'm like, we'll just throw it in the
Right.
live well, let him sit there, and we'll get it when we get home. When I was younger, we used to troll, um, get up in the morning, go jump in the boat, and we would troll for striped bass. And we would troll bucktail lures with a curly tail grub on the back of it, to give it some action as it's coming through. And we went around this one corner, and it was like the bend in the river. Every time you went around it, you knew you were going to catch a fish. So we did. Boom, a hook up on one, and it runs over to a dock, and it cuts me off. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, great, there goes my lure. The next day, we go back out, and again, trolling around that same bend, boom, hook up on another bass. This time, get it to the boat, take it home because we're gonna have it for dinner. Go to clean it, and there's my bucktail from the day before in the fish's gut. True story, man.
Got it back.
Could not believe it. Got it back a day later. Same damn fish. So I was in high school at the time, so that's when I started thinking more about fishing and how it relates and what conditions and all those things and how fish feed and this and that. It just, yeah, that's kind of what got me started going.
It's a good one. So we've got a couple responses here. A dime
Yeah.
from Real Coastal. That's what you found inside a fish's stomach. That's a good one. Richard found a small mouse and a largemouth bass. What else you guys got here?
Nice.
While we're waiting for another response, my good old neighbor Jason.
What up, Jason?
One of the damn best anglers I know. Cheating on the boat. Lucky guy. And his son Hunter's here. Hey Hunter, good to see you. But what we were talking about right there, that I like that.
Yeah.
The octopus circle. That's been the one that I've really need to do better about getting my hands on. I've heard great things about the octopus circle.
I think, come to think of it, mine have all been Kales.
Oh, okay.
That we've tied on, and I like them better because just kind of, anyway, when you hook the baits and stuff. But yeah, same setup, and those were number ones or 1/0s. Hooks.
Yeah, you don't need a big hook for them. That's for sure.
No.
No one else, no other takers. You guys haven't found weird things? Come on. I mean, because I always do this. It's my constant habit, especially when the bite is really dead. I absolutely love getting into science mode and
Yeah.
completely gutting open that fish. I want to look in the stomach. I want to look in the intestines. I'm looking for, all that stuff. I mean, you know how it is. You've seen it. You're looking for those
Yeah.
little crab fit claws, or well, what
Yep.
are you eating? You eating, ghost
Absolutely.
shrimp. Yeah,
Most of
that
the
stuff's free intel.
most of the pompano that you'll clean up and some of the bigger whiting that you clean up are going to be full of clams, clam like ground up coquina shell is what I find in a lot of them
Yeah, but I
when
can't
you're
get a
going in there.
freaking can't get a
Yeah.
coquina to stay on the damn hook.
I can barely relate.
I may use a mesh bag here and there.
Yeah.
Oh, what it
What would Cliff
yeah.
find?
One day.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
that's gonna be, that's gonna end up being put on a fin someday. Like, damn it, you got me.
We cleaned a red snapper last fall
Mhm.
during that season. That had a disintegrated hook. I took a picture of that. That's posted on the Smitty's surf fishing page. We found a disintegrating hook down there in his gullet.
Cool.
I don't know. Maybe I just get lucky and catch all the trash eaters. I don't know.
You catch a lot of damn good fish, so I don't want to
Yeah.
hear it.
Every now and then I get lucky.
Shut up. And what Mike didn't say on the fishing day is he ended up being the guy that caught the great white pin that time. That was a
Oh yeah.
very large pin. That was
Yeah.
above hand size.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Small snake
Nice. And a what?
and a
fish in the bottom.
wahoo. Ah.
Giant flying fish. Nice.
You guys catch some cool stuff on the boat. I always like when Jason comes home and I catch him in the driveway,
Hmm.
and he'll tell me about what they caught, and of course I'm in instant envy mode, like, damn it, I want to be there. He's talking about, like, we're getting some good beeliners and a couple of banjos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah. And then he's like, and then we caught this king. And I'm like,
Because-
wait, what? Like, yeah, and then we caught this wahoo. I'm like, what the hell? Where were you? It's like, oh,
Let's
we're
hoping
just where we
something would have
normally
smoked
are.
our live bait out the back of the boat that day. No takers.
I mean, you couldn't have given him a better buffet to eat. And
No.
we were just on. The cool part was the depth finder was blowing up. I mean, that thing was just
Yeah.
lit up from 30 to 50 feet. It didn't matter where we were, and we were getting destroyed as soon as we dropped. So
Yeah.
I thought it was great, man. It was a great spot. It was a great time.
That's
Good
fun.
conversations, fun things.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm simple.
What we got?
On to the next.
Fishing report.
Alrighty. The fishing report is being brought to you by Rogue Reels Fishing. Use code ROGUE15 to save 15% off your order. Rogue Reels makes quality hand-tied fishing leaders like the Smitty rig, a 20-foot, 500-pound class deployment shark leader, and the Demo rig, a heavy-duty double drop rig. Go check them out at roguereelsfishing.com. That's reels, REELZ. And the Demo rig is what I used on Smitty's boat.
Yes,
and
it is.
Works.
Yes, it does.
That's what you get. I'm a multi-function person. You use it at the beach for pompano, and then take it in the boat and use it as a double dropper. Boom.
Go. I found out he's going to be with us at the Kids Can Fish tournament too. That's going to be awesome. Old Rob Foster.
What?
A parasite in their belly that moves.
Oh,
that's kind of gross now.
No, I don't really. Damn it, Jason! I don't want one.
No, I don't think I want to catch one now.
Damn it!
All right. Offshore report. The weather has been great this week. The cooler temps are getting the fish fired up everywhere. Inshore, offshore, surf's getting fired up right now. This is we're getting ready to move into one of the best months, I think, down here for fishing. The best month down here, I should say that, for fishing. So offshore this week was a repeat, kind of last week. King, Spanish, and Bonita were the hot bite, according to Half Hitch and Destin. Bandit rudderfish and Almaco jacks have been a steady bite. Make sure you know the difference. I got another show and tell. Here we go. See,
I like what you did there.
You like that? Let's see. Share screen. This is a pretty cool chart. This is from the University of Florida IFAS. I can't remember the acronym right now. And Mississippi State or Mississippi College. Let's see. Anyway, we'll go in here. Boom, boom, boom. Don't need to see that. Boom. Here we go. Photo. There we go. You don't know Jack. And it tells you all about the different styles of Jack or different kinds of Jack. So you have the bandit rudderfish, the lesser amberjack, which would be your almacos. Lesser amberjacks. Your almacos are down here, and then your greater amberjacks, right there. And they look very similar, especially the lesser and the greater. Right? If you looked at them initially, you'd be like, "Oh, look at that! They both have that black line, distinct." Now, the bigger the amberjack get, bigger the greater amberjack get, it's easier to tell them apart because they lose a lot of those features. But the Almaco jack looks kind of similar, but look at how tall the dorsal fin is on these compared to the greater or the lesser or even the bandit rudderfish. Also the little pre-dorsal, I guess, the first dorsal number of spines, you know, 7 spines on an Almaco, 7 on a greater, 8 on a lesser, and 8 on a bandit rudder. Also another indication on telling permit and pompano. Number of
That's a
spines
fun cheater way to do it.
Yeah. And then other key characteristics, the jaw, how it sits in reference to the eye. Look at that. Boom. So not everyone's going to have this out there with them. I know. Yeah, it was Mississippi State. Sea Grant. That's what I was thinking of. Not the University of Florida. It's the Sea Grant stuff. But anyway, this one's a great one to have out there. This is on Half Hitch's post that Tim Broom put out earlier this morning. And it's a great little educational thing. So even got some QR codes. I didn't scan them, so that may take you someplace cool too. Show you some
Or it might not.
Or it might not, but you never know. Yeah, good little tool to have. I think that
I'm just gonna go out with Jason and on the party boat.
Yeah,
Jay, which one is it?
Yeah, which one is it? Y'all tell me.
Just tell me if I can put it in the basket or not. I want it in the basket.
Absolutely. But yeah, so the jacks are coming in, and Hotspot Charter again, just like last week's hot Spanish bite on the near shore spots. And red snapper, if you want the quality ones, you got to go deep right now. The water is still dirty and close because we were only out maybe 3 miles, if that, from shore, and it was murky still. The bay was definitely full of stuff when we were out there, very dirty. So if you want big fish, you got to go out cleaner, deeper water. There you go. That's your offshore report.
Rocking into the inshore. I'm changing the gears on you guys this week. I've changed my format. Hope you're ready. All right. Half Hitch, Panama City. I've been neglecting you, Panama City. I am sorry. I know I'm a failure, but I am going to fix myself. Yes, I am. Panama City's reporting trouts and reds up by West Mid-Bay area, and mangroves looking pretty good. Half Hitch Destin reporting trout, red bulls on the northern side. Trout really great right now into the darker times, especially at dock lights. They've been going nuts for it. Emerald Coast Bait and Tackle rocking in with reds, trouts, flounder, and mangrove. Half Hitch Navarre, bull reds, trouts on the grass flats, mangroves, and flounder. Lost Key Outdoors. I've been forgetting Perdido. I mean, what am I thinking? Barry, welcome to the show. You're late. UA, burn you. Flounder, spec trout, and reds coming soon with the cooler temperatures. He thinks they are like within 2 weeks. It's going to be on fire. So be ready for that. Beach Bum Outdoors. Yeah, I ended up having a weird conversation with them. First, I called in. I was like, "Hey, yeah, can I just get my weekly report?" And the guy's like, I'm gonna have one of our influencers call you. I'm like, what? Who? And he's like, well, Brad. I'm like, I'll text him. Brad calls me, he's like, why don't you just call me? I was like, I don't know. I never figured you're busy, man. But they've been having some weird movements there. Jax at sunrise has been the hot time. The rest of the time has been very quiet. Spanish in the past, still rocking in there. But still, Fort Morgan is doing great producing pretty good. You just guys got some weird stuff going on. I think your dirty water is starting to hurt you again, but I do believe that your bite's probably going to turn on soon, especially as these temperatures keep falling. Just like everybody else, we're going to start seeing a lot of great reports, a lot of good stuff. So make sure you got everything rigged up for if you're going out there in the boats, make sure you got the one rod for soft plastics, one rod with a great little swimmer, pop and cork, rocking through that. Have everything ready because it's going to be on fire real soon.
Speaking of jacks, when we were in when we were fishing Tuesday. We came up on this one shoreline we were fishing, and it was really shallow and a deep drop off where we were fishing the areas. And we were hitting those drop offs. And out about 30 yards in front of the boat was this huge school of jacks, like 100 to 125 fish in this school. And we could not get them to eat anything. We threw beyond them and came through. We hit the outsides. We hit like everything. I even tried popping cork and live shrimp out to the outside of them and see if that could entice them to bite. They weren't interested. I couldn't get them to hit anything. I was mad.
Oh, that
Like
pissed
I
me
was,
off.
I was mad that they wouldn't bite my lures. I wanted to hook up on a big jack on the light tackle so bad, and they wouldn't bite. So if anybody knows a surefire way to get a big jack crevalle to eat when they're schooled up like that, let me know. Drop a comment there and let us know.
I've heard it's a
They
spear
would.
gun.
Well, that's probably what I needed. Yeah,
Good comment
that's a
from
good tip.
Jason talking about
Yeah,
your earlier discussion.
yeah, absolutely.
The eye there. That's a good one there.
They're pretty easy to tell apart. Yeah.
Ah,
ES lure. I didn't try. Well, no, we Jack
you
threw a
threw
GI
metal.
jig. Yeah, Jack threw metal out there. He threw a GI jig. Um, but they would not eat. I mean, it was cool to see them, you know. And then interestingly enough, the last time I fished that spot, there was a huge school of cow nose rays in the exact same spot. I'm talking huge, like as far out as you could see, as far down as you could see. And that's what I thought they were at first, because as the cow nose rays was they were swimming around. And I know we're getting off the fishing report
Squirrel.
topic, but this is pretty cool. The tips of the ray fins were coming up out of the water here and there, which looked like dorsal or tail fins. And I didn't realize it until I got close enough to see some of the outliers on what they actually were. So when I saw this again, I was like, that's probably just another big school of rays. I said, this is the exact same spot I saw them in last time. They're just hanging out over here. But no. These were huge. I'm like big jacks. And then I was just mad the rest of the day. We didn't catch
What do you got in the surf?
So
Come on.
oh yeah, back to surf. All right. Focus. Bring it back. Surf's picking up this week. These cooler temperatures, like I said, getting things fired up. And as Brian said, first thing in the morning, late in the afternoon. First thing in the morning, late in the afternoon. Pompano. The ticket, easy flea. And which is not around here in many places, power lime crab. They didn't want to hit power line shrimp. They didn't want power line shrimp. They wanted power line crab. And we caught more fish on synthetics, and looking at the reports come in when we get to our scroll, there were more fish caught on synthetics this week than it was cut shrimp or any other bait. So whether it was fish gum, whether it was the fish bites, the synthetic baits was what was catching them for whatever reason this week. The only fish we caught on shrimp on the charter the other day was we had one bluefish first thing in the morning, and they hit cut shrimp. Other than that, everything was hitting the fish bites.
Barry, that's not a common one we have here. We actually have to get that one from Brett. That's not carried. It sucks, believe me. And I do not have any, but I thought I did, but I don't. Yes, he definitely did. I got it in the scroll.
Oh, did you? I didn't see Eric's post.
Yeah, I'm almost positive I put it in the scroll.
Oh,
it's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
Always glad to have you here, and I mean, it's always fun talking with you. Eventually I'll find a way to sneak you over here for a beer and on the show.
There you go.
All right, go ahead.
Oh yeah, and then sharks. I don't know. Pompano, bluefish, whiting, and sharks.
Lots of sharks
right now. Lots of sharks right now.
Lots of sharks. Damn.
Which is all good. Yeah.
It's good for you, especially with the upcoming stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good shark season for you.
Yeah. Hope so.
Oh, it just made me think of flannel weather.
I know, right?
Can't wait.
Saw that post you put out.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait. I'll admit it. My tubby ass is looking forward to cooler weather. All right, into the piers. Panama. Oh man, Panama rocked into something great. Kings. Kings, Kings, Kings. They were crushing them all week. When I talked to him, he's like, dude, it's just been kings. It's been nuts. I was like, okay, I guess we need to go to Panama if you want a king.
Nice.
Early morning, first thing in the morning has been the big ones. They said they're shutting down really quickly after the sun gets up. So if you want a king, get out there early, get the line in and get going. Okaloosa. Rocking in with some kings, but a little bit on the smaller side. Hardtails, bluefish, barjack, Spanish. Good stuff. Nevar rocking in with Bobos, Spanish mangrove ladies, yellowtails, and pompano. Pensacola. Pensacola seemed to get a little turned on. Something's coming out of the bays, I think, there, ladies and gentlemen. I think stuff's coming out to play. Yellowtail, pompano, Spanish ladies, been still a bunch of mangrove, and they've been good. We've also seen some smaller sharks on that one, but we are starting with the change in the weather. So if you like pier fishing, this is about to be the good time. And we all know that things aren't posted that are really getting caught. We know we're not going to talk about them on the show much. We might wait a week, but
yeah,
good stuff's going on at the pier and the beach. It's getting to be the good time of year, except on north wind days. So keep that in mind. North wind days suck for one reason and one reason only.
Yeah.
Flies. Before,
but
go ahead.
Squid is being caught.
That's what I was like. I'm going to talk about. Squid is still being caught. I was leaving that alone. Squid is being caught. So if you want squids, get out there. And if squids are getting caught,
that's all I was saying.
What is an indication of squid being caught? What's right behind squid, everybody?
Kings are here.
It's like you can time this stuff.
I'm not going to say it.
It's so weird.
We had this conversation on the beach the other day.
Yes.
On how you could, you fish long enough and God, this show's just segueing into segue.
It does.
It's a third door inside of a third door inside of a
fourth wall break.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
It's like 16 walls.
16 walls. But if you watch the Sinker Guys live feed tonight, and he was talking about fishing and getting out there and fishing, and the more you fish, the more you end up learning, the better fisherman you become, something along those lines. But paraphrasing here, but getting out there and fish, and he mentioned specifically, everybody's talking about, oh, the fish aren't here yet, but yet Dustin and Cullen went out there, catch them up with Cullen, went out there and caught pompano and the permit over there, but yet there's no fish over there. So Chip made a good point about that. So anyway, segue. We do stuff. Yeah, you do. All right, what do we?
I want to nail this one real fast before we move into weather, because Richard called me this week, and this is something I think a lot of people. I don't think he's the only one that's thought this. So talking about high rods. So he called me and he messaged me and asked me, "Hey, dude, what is it with all you guys and walking away from the water when you're reeling fish in versus walking to the water?" He got into a good conversation with a couple of guys in Virginia, and they're like, "What the hell? Why isn't those guys always doing that?" And my brain instantly went back to what we always see, which is one, we're a little bit higher. I know in our water one, a lot of us were higher up on the water side, but we're high sticking. And when you're high sticking, you don't want that rod straight up and down with the short angle right there when the fish is at the shore, because you're going to lose it. The majority of our anglers, not all of us, but I'd say the vast majority keep the stick high, even with the fish coming in. And that's why they walk back, is so that they're not going to snap the rod tip. Not a ton of us go down towards the fish or parallel, like Chip has told us numerous times. And I see the East Coast guys do it tons. They drop right parallel, and then they just walk them up on the beach and they turn them. They'll walk to the water. So he asked me, he's like, "Well, why do you guys always do it?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't have a good answer other than the fact that everybody just keeps the rod high and they don't want to snap their rod."
My go-to position, I guess it is off the side, up under my arm.
What's your favorite position, Mike?
I know, right. That's what I'm saying. Off to the side, under my arm, and reeling this way. So when I bring it up, I'm dragging it up this way, just like that, because it's that way I'm not high sticking and bringing it up and trying to flip it. Now, when I have clients on the beach, I tell them to do the opposite, because many of these folks have never fished before. So when it can be cumbersome And the easiest thing to do when we get a fish on is take it up out of the holder, put the butt of it between your legs, and I use all pin reels. Put your thumb up by the pin sign and just reel. Use the rod just like that to reel. Don't stop reeling until I tell you to. And then they bring the fish in that way. Now, some of the experienced folks that come out with me that have fished before, I tell them whatever's comfortable. You can either put it between your legs or you can put it up under your arm, whatever you're comfortable with. But I've had folks that say, yeah, I've fished before, and they put it under the opposite arm and tried to reel it with a different, and it's so, and I'm like,
that's awkward.
how are you even doing that? Like, that's not even, you're contorting your body. Here, let me try this. And then put it this way. And they're like, oh, that's much more comfortable. And I'm like, hello? Like, but people don't know what they don't know, right? So,
yes.
So you just let them go. But like I said, when I bring them up, it's under the arm on the side and bring them up from the side. So you can drag them right up on the beach. Clients, it's a different mentality with them. I tell them whatever's, put it straight up, bring it in, and we get it up.
Yeah. I attribute a lot of it to bass fishing too, or people that, snap and they keep it up. People just, as kids, we always say keep the rod tip up. So different strokes, different ones. Everybody gets better. But that was a fun conversation him and I had. And I was like, yes, I'll talk about it on Friday real quick. I didn't want to get it. So while I've segued us really way off course.
Man, I could go talking about this one a lot longer. But we won't. We'll move on to weather. We'll move on to weather.
We're really moving fast. Deerfield and Jack have shown up. Good to see you guys. Yeah, you are a little late. You were probably out working doing good fishing things. Yeah, you were. And Deerfield, Brian, good to see you too. Cliff, highs for new people, medium high for reeling in, then it's jumped rod tip down. Yeah. Hey. Yep. We all learn eventually when things work. And then, we let tourists get in our way and help us, knock off fish when we're in the middle of a fishing tournament and you're fishing with your buddy and it's been the hottest fishing of your friggin' life.
Okay, one quick comment while you're bringing that up. It can also depend on the style reel you're using.
Ooh, I like your thought process there.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because with a spinning reel, you're going to be more apt to high stick than you would with a conventional reel. Because the conventional reel, you're going to lay it down and bring it in. You're not going to stand up here like this and try to bring it in. Anyway, at least with a surf rod.
This would be a debate. Yeah. All right, this is next week. Well, we're already late, guys.
Yeah. This is absolutely that. We just found our question for next week. Make sure we write it down this time so that we can get into it. We don't forget like Carl's question that week. Chip says absolutely. Chip, you're talking about the type reel you use?
It's written down. We're doing this next week.
Okay, next week. We'll get back to that question.
Just got in, had to run to dinner. How's it going? Ed Quinner.
What's up, Ed?
All right. What you got? You open it up normally. So
what you
got on weather, and then I'll get into that one. Stop making comments, people, on that. No, save it for next week. Damn it.
We'll talk about it next week. That's a good one, though.
Kind of was. I should have waited, but
that's good. That's a good question. All right, weather. Let's see. Bring this up. Boom. 67 tonight. Look at that.
Oh, that's nice.
Gorgeous.
It's almost.
And look at the wind. Little to no wind at all. That is great. Tomorrow is going to be a good day. Get out there and fish. East, southeast at 8. Again, the first part of the week is looking good. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, get into Tuesday. Got some rain coming in. Wind picks up higher out of the east. Thursday, AM thunderstorms. But look at these temps getting down at night. Not so hot during the day. It's going to be beautiful. And then I think going into first week of October is going to be pretty good too. Those winds don't look bad. But yeah, it's as winds are laying down, temperatures looking right. October's here. It's going to be some great fishing. There's your weather report.
Oh, all right, fine. I guess I'll do me. Alrighty. Let's click some buttons. Now that I have my window messed up. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. I'm hitting the worst. Well, I moved my screen. You'll see here in a second. I moved my screen around and screwed things up. So, all right. There's Windy.
South Carolina.
Right. Yeah, y'all are going to get hurt.
Thinking about you guys up there.
Now, something I want you guys to watch as this goes on. Watch what this does when it gets here and then comes back, because it's really mean. All right in the middle there, rocking in the winds. A lot of the winds you're going to be taking a look at. You're going to be looking at a lot, and a couple of north wind days this weekend, so be prepared for flies. It's going to be decent. You're going to look at some teens midweek. It's going to be a little bit funky. Waves rolling in pretty flat for the majority until later in the week. Then you're going to be getting up into it. So just be prepared for that. This weekend, it's decent for kayak time. I don't think it's going to be that bad. It's going to be pretty nice. So just pay attention to the weather, the tides, and the runs there. Now watch this color change. It's Mother Nature's a cruel, cruel mistress. Oh, it just comes right back and hits you. It's like, why? Why would you do that? It's so ridiculous. Anyway, yep, there we go. 11s
It's
rocking to the
horrible.
east. It is, isn't it? It's just like, what do you do this for? And then
It's
we're
like a
into
train
Wednesday.
wreck. You just can't stop watching it though.
I
It's like, what
know.
is it doing? Play it again.
It's so bad. It's just like, wait, what did I do? What
Yeah.
why? And it gets worse with the purple. So as you can see with the wave action here, waves are going to be doing pretty nice Saturday and Sunday, rocking into that. I don't believe it's till Wednesday or Thursday, I think, that we're not going to see a big change into the surf chain into the wave differential. And this is pretty much good through the entire area. We don't have a lot of changes. Everything's pretty much staying the same. So again, if you're going to go offshore, make sure you're paying attention to your reports. Listen up for that. Always keep the Coast Guard on there. Wear life preservers. Be safe. Make sure you have hydration. Here comes the purple.
Like it just spawns and comes back out.
It's so
It's like New York says, yes, please, thank you. I'll take it. Nope.
it's
Spits it
the
back
whole,
out.
I will turn this car around. You know,
Pretty much he
It's
did.
Outer Banks, you apparently didn't get enough. We're going to go ahead and send it
Yeah.
right back to you. But hey, think of it like this. That means all the fish are right here and they're just going to be running away. So they're going to come all the way back down here. So Jacksonville, St. Simons, you guys are going to be doing great. So there's Thursday. You're rocking into 3s. Thursday into 4 and goes up a little bit more. So not horrible, not wonderful. And then, of course, you know, I can't bring this one up without, let me move that out. Bring into the, nope, not that one. Now I want that one. Currents are looking pretty much, they're going to stay the same. I didn't see many changes in that. And then the temperature still in the orange, but hey, 86, and it's down a little bit. We weren't, I think we might have been 86 or 87 last week. I can't remember exactly. Keys still running hot and current still rocking in the 80s. So as this changes goes, and as you can see with that, you know, it's just kind of funky. So pay attention to your stuff, make good choices.
Yeah. Good choices. That those currents must have been what happened to that big thing of sargasso grass. The giant Florida-sized mound of grass that was coming through the Gulf.
There was supposed to be something about that. Somebody was trying to get rich, and I would like to know what was it. The people that were, you know, they found a new way to keep sargassum off our line. You know, what was it?
I think the government wanted us focused on something over here, so it's put out all the yeah.
No,
so
they
we
wouldn't
all
do that.
Focused on this, but that's for another podcast. That's not this.
He wouldn't do that. Freaking sharks with some freaking laser beams.
All right, here we go.
All right, where am I at here? I have words to say. Yes, I do. There's my show notes. Panhandle Scroll time. Panhandle Scroll is being brought to you by Green Get 'em Rigs, and they've got you covered for all your rig and bead needs, from the original Green Get 'em to the Pink Pound 'em and the Orange Crush 'em beads. They do to catch fish. You know we love them. Go check them out at Green Get 'em. That's GETMrigs.com.
Somebody had a good day with some mahi.
That's some nice chicken.
Look at that. That was a good day right there.
Although
the thing that sucks about catching all that fish is scrubbing the boat. Look at all the blood all over the boat.
Well, there is that.
That's like the worst part. Like, don't look at that. Don't look at that.
This is why you go on your friends' boats and you throw them lots of money, because you're like, here, I suck at all this other stuff.
Oh, good. Here we go.
Damn
I
it.
got this one. Real coastal, Julie. Look at that permit, 14 inches to the fork. That is a nice permit.
Great
On her
catch.
11-foot ninja tackle and a Salty's Pompano rig, held in place with a 3-ounce sinker guy Sputnik. What?
What?
OP bait soaked shrimp. Yeah, it looks like a
Good.
Sputnik day out there.
It
Nice
was,
catch,
yeah.
though.
I ended up, I actually saw them. I was,
Oh, yeah?
driving around. I was like, "Hey." They're like,
Nice.
"Oh, you know?" Like, "This is great."
All right, check this bad
Ooh.
boy out. Riley Saxton caught this huge red between 8:30 and 9 on Tuesday night, Pensacola Beach. Boom. Nice redfish coming out of the bays. What else we got down here? Look at this little guy, Adam Pollock.
Who's that little guy?
Told you, pompano here.
Ugh,
Look at that. It's a good one. Nice catch. They're here. They're showing up.
they're yummy.
Got a few of them in here.
I'm looking forward to eating one.
Big School Monday. This is another one. This is Sledge
Look at
Bully
that belly.
Kennels here. Um, right outside the pass, right into the pass. Boom. The big reds are schooling up right now. Get you those GI jigs and those big curly tail fight clubs. Boom. Get out there and tear them up. Even just a regular GI jig or cut bait. Another 40-inch bull. This one caught from shore.
PB.
Look at that. That's a nice fish.
That is a serious red.
Yeah. And in a very red fishy area too.
Yeah, very, very.
If you know, you know. Put it that way.
Zoom in, pinch
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. This one, Chris Smoot.
Oh, Smoot. Yeah, Smoot had a real good day.
4 keepers and a throwback. That's a nice. And these weren't small keepers. These were nice keepers.
No, that's a good size. Those are good 15s and
Yeah.
16s.
Way to go with that one. What else we got here? Boom, boom, boom. Orange Fish Bites did it today. Hung Lee, Okaloosa Island. That is a stud whiting right there.
That is a soup. That's like a baby red.
That is a nice whiting. So you got some
Damn.
good eats.
Several good whiting.
Yeah, good eats there. So way to go, Hung. We got Captain Charles Blue Water Escapes. Has had a few good trips here lately. We'll open him up. Nice mingos, some grouper, some snappas, some mingos, snappa. That's a nice mangrove too.
Couple triggers.
Yeah, some more triggers,
Bobo.
more mingos.
Yeah, good time.
Yeah, that's a good little haul there. Those are some nice trigger fish right there.
One's a super banjo.
Yeah, so definitely on the fish right now on the offshore report, Captain Charles, and then there we go, Captain Adam and Ignite the Bite Fishing Charters.
That's a serious
That is a
fish.
nice grouper. That'll make a couple of nice sandwiches.
Yeah, yeah.
And another one. So those are good. Grouper bite is going on. This one I thought was pretty cool. I don't know if it's going to open it up in. No, let's see.
The waterfront. Oh,
yeah. So this is taking me right to the website here. But Okaloosa Island, Shalimar to partner on new $3 million waterfront. It didn't open?
No, not on our side.
Oh, did it open a new? Okay, hang on. I need to share this tab instead. There we go. Okaloosa Shalimar to partner on new $3 million waterfront park next to Shalimar Bridge. So they're going to turn all of this right here into a nice area. Hopefully they have some fishing, like a seawall or something that you can fish from, because Shalimar Bridge is a great spot to go fish.
Construction's going to suck.
Yeah, but it's
they're doing it in conjunction with the bridge.
Something.
I mean, yeah, they're probably doing it in conjunction, so it'll probably be just fine.
Oh no, that's not the Shalimar Bridge is the up north. They're not doing any construction on that one.
Oh,
you're thinking of the Island Bridge.
Yeah, Island Bridge. Yeah.
Here's old Bruce. Finally got him a shark from the pier. I think he ended up catching 3 that day. So
3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. Good shark. Way to go there, Bruce.
He had a good trip. I'm glad he came down.
And then this one, after I looked at the half hitch report and saw that distinguishing picture between all the different types of jacks, this pops up. And it says, seems it's always a debate on the boat when we catch a big Almaco jack to make sure it's not mistaken for an AJ, because you will get a ticket. We mistakenly threw the big one I'm holding back. Their dorsal fins is larger and more pointed than an AJ, and the other picks are all AJs. That is a huge Almaco right there. And then a normal AJ. You can tell it's that dorsal
Little
fin.
dorsal.
Now just a little dorsal right there. Smaller dorsal right there. Smaller dorsal right there. Little guy. But that large dorsal. Great job there. It's weird. Everything just tied together this week.
So
Jack.
strange how it does
I know.
that.
I know. So,
Oh,
what you got?
I don't know how I feel about that. It's just the strangest thing. Ignore all my tabs, people. You know I've got a bunch of stuff going. All righty. Mallory, I went out fishing with her. She was a deckhand. She's doing her own thing now, but real good run. Real good run.
Nice.
Mallory's cool. She's super smart. So I always love seeing her posts. Got out and got after a good bunch here. Some slabs of meat.
Heck yeah.
Not a bad run.
Colossal squid?
Because it's Ryan.
Of course.
2,300 feet. I love Ryan. Ryan is, when it comes to slow pitch and deep runs, Ryan is one of my favorite people to look up, and he's gotten very good at it. He's sharing his knowledge. He's doing great things. That's really cool. That is not a tiny damn squid.
Barry, finally get to use the belt.
Yep. Oh, that one. Yeah, that one I would consider having to use the belt. Oh, I think this one was way early. Come on. There we go. Holly Bait and Tackle is open. So if you need to get your hands on some bait and tackle, there you go. They got some other stuff in there too, but they are open for business. They've been doing some more posts this week.
Yeah.
And Ryan got a second one because the squid wasn't enough. We had to get a real fish in here.
Oh, nice.
And yep. As you can see, he's still doing the same thing. Yes, the barrow trauma is real. He goes deep. He goes after the big ones. So Ryan's just does great things. And again, sharing his knowledge. If you're really interested in that, Gulf Coast Slow Jigging is a phenomenal group to go to and really pay attention and learn from.
Mm-hmm.
Frank's been out doing stuff.
Nice. After it, right?
Frank's getting after it. Yeah, he's doing well. It's good to see it. After a while of him being so quiet, I was like, why are you not posting? I need your stuff. I know you're good at this. You're killing me. So good. Tony nailed it on the spoon.
Yeah.
So not a bad day. Tony's another great angler. Lots of good posts from him. This one I was kind of surprised to see about. I've never seen one here. I didn't know that was something that we could get in our area. But Black Travalia, Blackjack.
Where did he catch that?
Right. He gave us a real good location. Like
Gulf of Mexico.
But it was here.
I didn't know we had. I didn't know we had them up here either.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, I believe it was close. It wouldn't shock me, but still, that's a pretty cool catch.
It's in the water. Yes, it is, Barry. Thank you.
We're gonna see you soon, right?
Yeah.
Lonnie and Amber got out, got a little relaxation in, and got themselves some yummies. Something about structure.
Yeah.
Structure. Oh, what do you know? It's doing stuff.
Yeah.
Lots of good fish. And that little spiky monster, of course, because you can't have them all as winners. You got to have some fun ones in there. But great catches, guys. It was good to see you got out and did some fishing. Their first cobia. What? On a grot?
What? Nice.
And it's a nice one, too. That is a great catch. Lots of dinner. That is a lot of food. So congrats, y'all. Great job, JP. Y'all nailed it. You crushed it. My buddy Justin went out and got himself a nice little.
Yeah, he did. That was a nice whiting.
got it off Donnie? Huh, didn't know I stole that from you. Ha!
Hmm.
Thanks.
Stole it from Donnie. Donnie posted
Like,
it.
how did I get it from Donnie? I thought I got it from Justin's page. Yeah, that's just how the scroll goes. But Justin got himself a nice whiting, and one of my favorite things he reported is that it did not smell of worms. That made me really happy. And apparently, somehow, some way, this post has magically disappeared. So that means my scroll's done. Damn it!
That was twice. You had that happen last week too.
I did. I
Yeah.
did.
So
Where's my first legal? I posted it. It wasn't that big. It was right at the limit, and I
it was right
kept
at
it
16.
because, well, I had to. So
Yep.
yeah, it's on the Finding Demo page.
So none of the pompano smelled
Mm-hmm.
that we caught. None of the other fish smelled. The only fish that smelled, and it was on my hands all day long yesterday, even after washing and showering and everything else, is catching a catfish, and it reeked of the acorn worms.
They can eat them all.
They ate all of them.
Enjoy
Belly was
it.
extended like it had been gorging like a little puppy. You know what I mean? They got like puppy belly going on.
Mhm.
And yeah, but they smelled so, I mean, it smelled so, as soon as we brought it out of the water, you could just smell it. It's horrible.
They can eat them, all of them.
Yeah.
They can have every acorn.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, granted, I mean, you've seen it. We've talked about it. Catfish is a fine eat. It's fine. I mean, come the
Yeah.
zombie apocalypse, I will eat it every day. I have no problem with
Yeah.
that. But if they're gonna eat all those acorn worms, that's one less thing I got to worry about with pomp and the whiting. Oh, sold. That's good, Terry. They always do though.
Good to
They're
hear.
great.
Yeah, great folks down there at Emerald Coast Bait and Tackle. They'll get you.
Describe the smell. I mean, chlorine is probably the closest thing I can get to
Yeah,
it, like a
it
chemical
smells
scent.
just like chlorine. Like a strong chlorine smell.
Like you
You
think they
know it.
knocked over a porta-john and they'd been drinking from it.
Mhm. Somebody posted something that reminded me of something, but I won't go back to
What else
that
we got here?
'cause
I
we're
think
like
that's it. I mean, that
hour
nails just
15.
about everything
Yeah.
there. Well,
Mhm.
well, you guys, as always, I mean, you got the weekend here, so make sure you're doing it. Tag us in your posts. Don't use the hashtag, just straight tag us.
Yeah.
It gets a lot better. Smell like color.
Like chloroform.
I mean, I may have
Um,
used that pickup line before, but does this smell like chloroform? Jen didn't find it nearly as funny as I did when I said it to her.
No, I bet not.
She to this day still
Uh,
does not find it funny when I say that to her. I still get the
No,
look.
I'm sure.
But we're married now.
It's too late. No takebacks.
No take you got the 30-day
Stuck with
totally
me.
gone, dude.
Yeah.
You own me.
Yep.
But yeah, if you guys make catches this weekend, if you get out there with the family, those are always the great ones. Send them in by all means. Tag us over. You can text them over. We will put them on. I did get one text this week, and I did post it up to the Panhandle Fishing Report page. We will happily celebrate you. We want to. It's great stuff that you're out there catching. You're out there trying. If you have questions, by all means, post them up on the page. We love to answer them. That's what we're here for. If we don't have an answer, we have a network that will answer the question. We will find a way to help you out, get out there and catch more fish, because that's what it's all about. And we love you guys, and we really enjoy this stuff. So I'm always happy.
Yeah.
I love Fridays, man.
You reminded me of something.
What you got?
I have to go back and pull up now. We did have someone send in photos this week.
Did we? Did I miss it?
Yeah, and we keep. I was like, oh man, we gotta. So let me go here real quick.
Oh, bring it up.
I don't want to lose anybody.
Where you been? You just gonna lurk in the background there? Good to see you, David.
Yeah. All right, boom. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
This share? Is it sharing? There we go.
Yeah.
Look at that. Nice redfish. Cullen knocking it out of the park. I don't know who this guy is, but Cullen did a great job.
His beard isn't as good.
No, that's good. Cullen probably caught both those fish and said, "Here, man, hold this fish for me."
I'd buy that. Barry can outfish me with his eyes closed.
Corey. Another nice redfish there from Corey.
That is a good one.
Corey Tresner, yeah. And then what was the last one? Julie. Yep, we hit Julie's already with the permit. So great job. There we go. I just wanted to forget anybody. I was like, man, I gotta get these. Gotta show those as well.
Well, hope you guys have a great weekend. Talk to you next week.
Yeah. Next Friday night, 7:30. Until then, we'll see y'all guys later.
Bye.
Where's the button?
Where's the button? Push the button.